What's up, YouTube fans? Today we're going to take a look at the Hasbro Transformers Age of the Primes Sureshot. This was sent to me by, you guessed it, Dr. Diecast. And I did do an unboxing for members. There was a little bit of assembly needed out of the box. These shoulder blade things, which become the spoiler in vehicle mode, weren't attached to the shoulder, so I did attach those. And you do want to get this all kind of configured. This tabs into here, this tabs into the front, and then this has to fold flat. It's a really tight peg, so you just have to make sure that gets in there. But once you get that all configured, it locks in that chest really good. It does have some nice paint detail. You got the royal blue for the eyes, gray or white for the face, that lightish gray white for the chest, Autobot logo there, silver down here on the waist, orange, actually yellow paint for the arms. Maybe it's probably the same color plastic as this. Here's the back. It does have some waffling on the inside of the thighs as well as the inside of the arms, but at least it's not towards the front, right? Most of it's on the sides or the back. But yeah, this is the kind of thing I was talking about with the Thundercracker. You know, very little waffling on that, mostly on the back. Let's go over the articulation. Head is on a ball joint. It gets way back. I like that they're doing the cutouts now on the back of the head. That's the way they should do everything. Just do them all like this. All the way back, forward. Not much side to side. In fact, it's not there. And then a rotation. It's a good looking head sculpt. Shoulders rotate around on a joint here. Out to the side, up to here. If you unpeg this, you can get it a little bit further. But that's a transformation joint. Let's put this back on. We have a rotation here at the bicep. Single joint elbow, 90 degrees. No, nothing at the wrist. No rotation. Waist rotation here. This piece is painted yellow, by the way. It's an orange piece of plastic with yellow paint on top. Legs will kick up to there. Back to there. This wheel often comes unplugged. It should stay plugged in back here. That has yellow paint on it, but it often comes unplugged. 90-degree bend at the knee. Out to the side, I forgot to mention. Rotation at the thigh on a mushroom peg. 90-degree bend at the knee. Ankle tilts out to there and forward and backward. For accessories, we get the Target Master here, done in red and black plastic. And this will fit into his hand. So you can have this. I don't know if you count these as accessories or not. You can remove these and pretend they're something. I don't know. You can put them here, put them in his hand maybe. But it's not really an accessory, so I just want to mention you can remove it if you want to. Speaking of the Target Master, let's get him transformed into robot mode. We're going to rotate the gun part up, open up and this comes off very easily, but this should just be attached right here. Open up the legs. It's a very tight, ratcheted joint at the waist, but here's the Target Master. He has some blue eyes, black for the upper body, red for lower body. Doesn't look great, but better as a gun. For size comparison, there it is next to the Studio Series 86 Optimus Prime. Comes up to about the chest. So deluxe class fits in with the other, car bots from the retail line. All right, now let's get Sureshot transformed into vehicle mode. So we'll start on the back here. We'll undo this tab right here. We can rotate the waist 180 degrees. Unpeg this whole chest section from the front. We're going to accordion this down. This is a very tight hinge here, but we're going to rotate this 180 degrees as well. And then this is going to come back down and sit in here. You just really got to put a strong push on this to get it flat like this. You want these two tabs sitting upwards. All right, so here's how we're looking. You can push in on the neck panel, and we can push back on the head. will lift up, and you're supposed to be able to transform it with these plugged in. I often knock them off, but they should be able to stay. You can unpeg this shoulder from here, bring this up, and we're going to rotate it and have it sit like that. Rotate the arm so you have the elbow facing like this. Just leave it back like that. We'll do it again on this side. I did it again. Trust me though, you can do it without knocking this off. I just butter fingers, I guess. Open this up, bring this up, and in theory, plug in right here. These two should be able to sit next to each other like this. And maybe that's why they made it so it comes off, because it collides there. Bring this down. Don't push it all the way down. Just push it almost all the way down like that. Now I'll take care of this front section. So for the legs, we'll come to here, open up these wheels, rotate them back. We'll accordion the leg in, combiner wars. Then we'll bring the toe up and I'll tab in right here on the top. Same on this one, bring that forward, bring in the knee, tab in the toe on the top, and then tab these two in right here. There's two tabs here going into two slots there, and there's a tab inside. I didn't have the head folded up, but there's two tabs here going around this center section. So all of that kind of holds this in place. Bring this down and flip that around. So get those tabs I mentioned in. This should come down and tab in right here. There's two tabs plugging this orange piece into the yellow piece. And then back here, we'll take this orange tab and plug that into the arm, like that. And then take the wheel and plug that into the arm. I'm not a huge fan of how this works, but that is how you do it. And then same thing for the other side. All right, there's Sureshot in vehicle mode. And I will say, I think from the front, it looks pretty good. It looks like a nice dune buggy. I like the color contrast. The red paint down here and up here looks good. Windshield looks good. As soon as you get to the side, it'll be giant holes and waffles. This is all waffle. Giant hole, giant hole, giant hole. You could see the hands. You couldn't even rotate the hands because they don't rotate. But that would have been at least a little better if you had the flat side on the front. But it's just visible arm syndrome back here. It does roll nicely on those wheels. You can take the Target Master. That will plug in right here, like the original toy. That does look cool. Gives you some G1 vibes. You can also take this and plug it in here. Here. So if you want a side gun, you can have that. Overall, pretty good looking from the front. For a quick size comparison, there it is next to the Studio Series drone and roller. So deluxe class car fits in well with the retail line. So final recommendations on the Hasbro Transformers Age of the Primes Sureshot. This is a decent figure. I'm going to give it a 4 to 5. I'm not a big fan of the waffles, especially in vehicle mode. There's a lot of holes and just places where it looks unfinished, at least on the back end. But on the front, it does look good. Robot mode does look pretty good. I like this option here of having the gun on the arm, which I forgot to mention. Paint, there are some paint details on him, specifically the head sculpt looks really good. So yeah, if you're collecting this line, I think you'll be happy with this guy. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
TM Reviews. What's up, YouTube fans?